This is T. Carlita, and welcome to another episode of the In My House Techno Music Show. I am your host, T. Carlita, and I'm coming to you from Submerge, the center of Detroit Techno. And on today's show, I am excited and very happy to welcome, we just gonna call him the Don, and he can tell you why he's the Don, because I'm gonna ask him that question. And if he wants to give his real name, he can, but we're gonna go with the Don for now. So for now, let me direct my attention to the Don. Welcome to the show.
Hey T, what's going on?
You got it. So,
thank you for having me.
Thank you for, look, we finally got it together. We finally got it. So, I've been wanting to ask you this question since I heard the Don. Who is the Don?
Well, the Don is Mr. Jeffery Woodward, and the reason the Don came up, it was because I was playing UK Garage from back in 1996. Mm-hmm. And initially I wanted to call myself the Godfather of Garage, but Godfather was already taken.
Okay. So
I had to think of something along that line. And one of my favorite movies was The Godfather. And Don Corleone ran his family, his empire. So I'm thinking, well, if I can't go Godfather, then I'll be the Don.
Awesome. So you have a very long, rich history in the business, and you've seen a lot of, comings and goings and goings and comings. So how did you get started?
Well, as far as DJing, I got started in 1978, right after I graduated from Flint Northern. Now during that time, I started off, my first gig was a roller skating rink on Sundays. Okay. And that was kind of interesting because they wanted church music and all I had was like disco. So I'm thinking, well, let me do a happy medium and play, some jazz and some R&B. So I went from there, did a ice skating rink in Swartz Creek. Then I gravitated to this shop bar called the Casablanca. And
now are these all in the Flint area?
Yeah, they're all in Flint.
Okay.
And eventually from there, I got to working at Nick's Disco Shack, which was a record store at the time. I worked there, then I worked over at Record Town at the old Summer Place Mall in Waterford. Okay. And from there, ended up over at By Right Music. Okay. So we've talked, we've met, we've been around a few times, and we've talked a couple of times. And I remember the one time when I was on Soulful Underground show. Shout out to Tommy Cool, Joe Beasy, and Darrell over there, and we were talking about charting and tracking music. Right.
And you had chimed in on that a little bit. So kind of explain to me what goes into charting. What is charting and tracking music? What is that? What is that?
Well, when I was at By Right, we had a program, on the point of sale called SoundScan. Okay. And that would keep track of everything that was sold, whether it was a 12-inch record, album, CD, which had the barcodes. Okay. And what would happen is, for every item that was sold, it was, tracked. And I want to say it was to Billboard, but I'm not exactly sure because it's been such a long time. Mm-hmm. But, that would determine, how many sales particular artists had during a given week or so. Okay. So, say if you had, say DJ Assault, CD, and say during a given week there was at least maybe 15 to 20 that were sold. If there were enough sales, not just in Detroit, but say either regionally or across the country, then the artist would be listed on the Billboard Top 100, Top 200, or the newcomers list.
Okay. And so you followed it. You were responsible for following the tracking and chart. How did you keep up with that?
It wasn't easy.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, for everything, that I would sell.
Okay.
Basically when you're in the store, you're selling records, you're selling CDs, you're selling 12 inches, and people ask, well, what is this all about? You explain it to them. And of course, as any educated consumer would do, it's like, well, they got the information, they buy it, and then if they like it, they tell their friends, and then their friends come in and they'll end up buying the same product.
Exactly. Okay, so let's talk about your passion when it comes to music. So what area, if any, are you more passionate as opposed to the other, or what really gets the Don going?
I would say basically any good UK garage right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Because I've been playing UKG since 1996, when nobody really heard of it.
Okay.
And to give you a small story, I was one of the co-DJs at Club 246 back in the mid-90s. And I was there along with Bruce Bailey, Ray Bone, and John Eason. And of course, being at Buy Right, I had to turn around and sell them the records,
Okay.
and as a DJ, you want to be able to break something yourself, and even though you're friends with all these people, there's a little bit of greed to this too.
Okay.
So you want to be able to break a tune, and it just got to the point where I couldn't do it anymore because Brighter Days was a big hit over there. Moose T's Horny was running things in Detroit, and there wouldn't be a good Thursday night where you wouldn't hear the song, or you'd hear the song about 10 times a night.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, okay, I got to do something, because I'm not going to be able to break anything if I follow the trend. So some of the tunes that we were getting in were on the Nice and Right label out of London, which at the time, even though I didn't know it, it was like the underpinnings of the UK garage sound. And what the DJs over in London would do, they would get the American imports and they would pitch them up. So you wouldn't have like your normal 33.3. You slide the pitch control, it kind of sped it up, and that's how everything kind of got started. Me, I'm thinking, well, if you can't beat them, go about it your own way. So.
Oh, wasn't no joiner, go about it your own way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong, I wanted to keep up with the Joneses, but I'm thinking, I gotta be different. So, and UK garage was something that wasn't really known back around 95, 96, but I figured I'd take it and make it into my own.
Okay.
So, for instance, the first time I actually played UKG at 246, I played a cut called Busy's Party by Busy. And next thing I know, people are dancing, I got DJs running up, oh, what's that, what's that? And I'm holding up, no, can't tell you what it is, professional use only.
There you go.
And took it from there.
Or else that would have been played 10, 20 times a night.
No, not me. No, I mean,
no, if they had to find out what it was, then next thing you know, everybody.
Oh, I'd be selling it to them, yeah. No, I had to keep some goodies for myself.
Right. So I started this segment, I started this segment on the show called Confessions of a Vinyl Junkie.
Okay.
And the reason why I started this Confessions of a Vinyl Junkie, it's totally inspired by a gentleman from the UK.
Okay.
And we have this dialogue back and forth about these records, and all these records, and what they mean to him, and things like that.
Right.
And by you working that closely in the record store, where the vinyl was pure and you go and you buy the record, so if you could just go back in time a little bit, like the Confessions of the Vinyl Junkie, right? So what are some of the vinyl things that you can remember it flew off the shelves as fast as it got in?
Man, I would say probably for one the Sade house mix. I know we would get in probably 10 to 15 in our shipment, and we put it out on a Friday, and it's usually gone by either that Friday night or the time the store opens up the next day. I know that. Moose T's Horny was flying on the show. Working at Buy Right, basically anything that was Dance Mania related was flying off the shelves, what I like to call poor man's house at the time.
Okay.
You know, because people, the younger kids would be, you have, what kind of, you have any house music? I'm like, well, what kind of house are you looking for? Mm-hmm. You know, I'm thinking like Masters at Work or Dajay or some Moody Man. No, we want the fast stuff they play on the radio. Oh! You want the poor man's house music. Oh, I got you on that. So.
Oh man, I might have been guilty of some of that. Cause you know what's so funny? You go to the club, and I shared a story with several of the DJs that come on the show.
Right.
You would be at the club,
mm-hmm.
and they're playing this whatever.
Right.
And then you go to the record shop. This one you could go to the record store. You go to the record store, and you would be like, just like that. And you don't know the name of it, so then they humming it.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you humming it, the DJ done put two records together, and then you go buy the record because you selling it to them based on a hum.
Right.
And they get home like, that's not the record.
Yeah. I got that a lot, trust me. And then even when I'm out, it's always, don't you work? Yes, I do.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Buy Right by association?
Yeah, Buy Right by association. And then they start talking about music. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I come out to have a good time, not talk shop, But I was the type of person that's like, okay, well, I'll talk shop for a few. Put them in the right direction, and it was cool.
So do you have any particular, like, when you get ready to go do a party, I always say, what's in the DJ crate? Like, you never leave home without.
Yeah, there's plenty of
okay.
plenty of those.
Okay, the top 3. Unless that's a trade secret, because some DJs don't.
No, I don't mind telling you.
Okay.
I mean, one of them was a record I just finally retired after playing it for like the last 4 years. It was the Mrs. Jones 4x4 by Robbie T.
Okay.
I usually would play that as my closing song.
Okay.
And that's how everyone kind of knows, like, are you going to play it? Well, I don't know. Do you want it bad enough?
Okay.
So that would be one. I would say another one for me. Top 3. Anything Todd Edwards.
Todd Edwards?
Todd Edwards.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's out of Jersey. He's out in California now. He was the first person that really started the trend of UK garage here in the States with his chopped up vocals and his different rhythms.
Okay.
So, yeah, gotta send shouts to him. And thirdly, wow, what would I never leave home without? I would probably say, damn, you got me on that.
We stumped the dime. the Don. I knew better
Not
than
for long, but I would say right now, Janet Jackson. And I just picked this up. Well, a friend of mine had brought it to Detroit because she came here from England. You met her at the Kraftwerk after party.
Yeah.
Carly
Okay.
Mandela.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So I had to pick up a Janet Jackson garage remix of Anytime, Anyplace.
Okay.
And that's in the crate for a while now.
Oh wow. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, you will.
Awesome. So how can somebody reach you if they want to find you? I know you're very active on social media too. A little bit.
Yeah, when I first got on Facebook, I really didn't want to because MySpace was the thing.
Right.
And everyone was like, "Oh, you got to do Facebook. You got to do Facebook. You'll get more bookings that way." And I'm thinking, no. But after a while, I kind of caved in, and that was back in 2011.
Okay.
So, I'm kind of glad I did because now, at least I keep up with, a lot of people that's in the garage scene, not just stateside, but overseas in London as well.
Right. That's awesome.
So I'm happy for that.
Okay.
If you want to get a hold of me, you can reach me on Facebook under Jeffery Woodward. I have a SoundCloud and a Mixcloud. I have to put more mixes on there, but just look for Mr. Jeffery Woodward. For bookings, you can email me at mr.jdubb313@yahoo.com.
Okay. We'll get that. Say that a little slower, and so they can get the email address correct.
Okay, it's Mr. mr.jdubb313@yahoo.com.
Okay, perfect. So we have just gone very briefly one-on-one with the Don, and I had a feeling that was where it came from, but I didn't want to make it up. I just wanted to make sure. I've been holding out.
No, I know you're better than that.
Yes, I know.
Come on.
I know.
It's all good.
And it's awesome. And what I do appreciate about you, no matter what you're going through in your life,
Right.
health-wise, and I'm glad that you are, doing well, because there was a time when you weren't.
No, I know.
And you're doing good, and you support everybody. You
Yeah.
go to just about everybody's events.
When I can, yes.
You do.
I do. I try to.
You are there. You are there, and that's really good. You still like your vinyl.
I still like the vinyl.
There you go.
I mean, I've been around it since I was little, starting with, my uncle's 78s.
Okay.
And even back then, I just thought they were Frisbees. I didn't know they were records.
They were pretty heavy, too.
They were. They broke like crazy.
Them 78s, boys, like,
Yeah, and I still have some 78s plus the Victrola.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not getting...
The Don goes way back, too.
I don't know about all of that, but...
That's cool. But I know you're well respected, and it's truly, when I came here back, when I started my show here at Submerge this year,
Right.
Mike Banks, I asked him, who do I need to talk to? And he sure mentioned you. He's like, you got to get Jeff on the show. I'm like, okay. I didn't know who you were then. And then I started seeing you out and around. I'm like, oh, that's who that is. So you're very well respected in the industry, and definitely so. So I wish you well, and I appreciate you for coming on the show too.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. So this is T. Carlita, and we're going to take a break. And I think I'm going to have to dig in some electronic crates, because I don't have the vinyl crates. I'm going to have to look up some of those tracks that were mentioned and do a little UK garage segment, so we can see, a little bit more for those of you that don't really know what it is, like myself. And then when I hear it, it's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Watch, I'm gonna be surprised, and you all will be too. So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna get into some UK garage, okay? Peace out. Thank you.
What is this? A text message from the Wayne County Treasurer's Office about my payment plan?
That's right. Our Project Text Message program allows you to enroll in our free text messaging service. All you have to do is provide your cell phone number. I'm here today with one of our customer service representatives, Karim Howe. She will explain how it works.
Our customer service team will send friendly reminders and text alert updates about your current payment plan. Everyone gets busy. We want to help you stay on track with your tax payments to avoid foreclosure. Call 313-224-5990 to enroll in our voluntary program. You will receive reminders on tax payment due dates and other important valuable information.
Join Project Text Message today by calling 313-224-5990 or email our office at textinfo@waynecounty.com. Stay in touch. Stay connected.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Keep on pushing.
House music all night long. And that's how it's going down. Yeah. So like I say, we gon' party like it's 85. In your eardrum, get your song. Yeah. You know who it be. Be that one God made funky. This here is house music.
My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
I'm joined today by Maureen Taylor and Louis Pisker to let you know about a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office.
Do you know someone, family or friends, that need help with finances? Do you know people having trouble making ends meet, especially with property taxes or other payments? The Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help. Treasurer Sabri invites you to visit the new Financial Empowerment Center, 400 Monroe, on the 5th floor in downtown Detroit.
We've partnered with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office and the City of Detroit to provide free one-on-one financial counseling to help you address problems related to utility bills, property or income taxes, credit repair, and other financial matters. Our professional counselors can also help you plan your monthly budget and increase your credit score.
This service is available to all Wayne County residents. For free and private financial counseling, contact the center at 313-322-6222 and make an appointment today.
What's up, Detroit? It's your boy OV, Orlando Voorn, born and raised in Amsterdam, Holland, the Netherlands, but big ties with Detroit techno since 1990. And worked with Warren Atkins, Blake Baxter, put records out on Derek May's label Fragile, KMS from Kevin Saunderson, and so on and so on. I basically been infiltrated in the first wave of the Detroit techno very early on and was accepted like a brother in the community, which is a blessing. Michael Banks, Submerged Camp. Later on, I lived a couple of years there and ran label Igniter, and was a great experience for me to do so. You're now going to listen to a mix I made for 20 minutes with mostly my material, mixed with some other tracks from producers that I put out on my own labels, like such as Soul Survivor. And so enjoy Detroit. I hope you enjoy.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
suns and like moons, with the certainty of times, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just as I laugh. As if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I'll rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh, does it come as a surprise that I dance? Still I rise, still I rise, still I rise, still I rise. Still I rise, still I rise, still I rise, still I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just 'cause I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like suns and like moons, with the certainty of times. Just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just 'cause I laugh. As if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance? Still I rise, 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 still I rise.
are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Well, that concludes this week's edition of the In My House Techno Music Show. Thanks again, Jeff Woodward, aka The Don, for coming by and having a little conversation and introducing us to a couple of, or reminding us of, some garage style music from the past, talking about a little bit of the present, and he's got it going on. And PJ, shout outs again, bringing that street report. And especially thank you to Orlando Voorn for hooking up with me just recently, actually, and coming through end of the month mini mix. Thanks a lot. Man, your tracks are hot, and that's good when you can do your own music and make your own mixes with your own music. So I'm excited for more things in store with Orlando Voorn and the In My House show as well. Big shout out to Soiree Records, celebrating 25 years. Make sure you get to that party. Come help him celebrate. It's a great thing. Shout out to Hump the Grinder and the Hair Wars, getting ready for the Hair Wars 2016 Motown show. You seen the commercial earlier? Check it out. Go to the website www.hairwarsustour.com for more details. And my own second anniversary party. I'm excited, ready to get that going. Hope you guys come out and celebrate with us as well. We got DJ Tone, Thomas Barnett, John Collins on deck. So hey, a lot of stuff is going on. PJ will be out in the streets. I'll be out in the streets. We'll be there. As she said, catch us in traffic. Catch us wherever you can catch us. And I'm still working on the In My House store online, the merchandising store. Just about got everything together, and that should be up real soon. I'll send out a music alert on Facebook. So until next week, this is T. Carlita saying bye. And you know what? Let's kind of go back to one of those garage tracks that I didn't get a chance to finish playing. One of my favorite artists of all times for sure, Sade. I want to go back and play that again. And this time I will play the whole thing until the show goes out. So this is T. Carlita. Check you out next week. Peace. In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.